It is a known fact that there are three ancient weapons in the world of One Piece. We have Poseidon, Pluton, and Uranus. Poseidon was a mermaid princess who had the power to command the Sea Kings. These gigantic sea creatures are capable of mass destruction. Secondly, we have Pluton, which refers to an ancient ship built during the 4th century, which is also capable of massive damage. Now, lastly, we have Uranus, which is still a mystery, but believes to be an animate or inanimate object capable of mass destruction. What is consistently known to these weapons is that they can deal damage, which could be true as what the world government is saying. But what is the true purpose of the ancient kingdom owning such weapons? I believe these ancient weapons are not really intended to be used as war weapons. Instead, they are tools. I will further discuss this theory later. Now, what I wanted for us to talk about first is a lesson I learned back in grade school. I remember a lesson I learned during my grade school years in world history that some theorists suggest that millions of years ago, our Earth, before it is divided into different countries and continents, it was once a one big mass of land known as supercontinent Pangaea. So instead of having separated islands of countries or continents in the world, it is just one big land where you have all these countries. Think of it as Asia, Antarctica, North and South America, Canada, Russia, and others as one continent. Now, how it relates to the world of One Piece, we will go into that shortly. Right now, let us discuss how the Grand Line was laid out into the world. Most would notice that the layout of the lands in the One Piece world is a bit weird. We have the red line that blocks the passage of any vessel, and for you to get to the other side of the red line, you have to go to the reverse mountain and pass through the Grand Line. In the Grand Line, we know that a normal compass does not work. Travelers must have a log post to navigate to the next island. We know that log post depends on the magnetic field of the island. It all feels weird because I think everything looks artificial, and I'm sensing that the countries are manually placed in the Grand Line. Which brings us now to our main theory. I believe that the ancient world was laid out differently beyond 800 years ago. The reverse mountain, red line, and grand line is not yet formed in those times. Instead, the world is divided into different continents. The continents are divided into different kingdoms, and one kingdom rules all, which is the ancient kingdom. My theory is that JoyBoy, being the king of the kings, plans to have these continents be combined into one supercontinent. He dreams to have all world races to coexist and join him to enjoy the wealth and power of the kingdom. This means all races from giants, Skypians, merfolks, automatas, as in every race. This is where the supercontinent Pangaea comes in. Now, he can achieve the supercontinent dream with the use of the ancient weapons. As I mentioned, they are supposed to be tools, and they are tools to help JoyBoy reach his plan. He would use Poseidon to command the Sea Kings to pull Noah and have all merfolks and mermaids to be brought to the ancient kingdom. Pluton will destroy the continent's foundation to be able to be pulled and build the supercontinent. Lastly, we have Uranus, which I believe is a sky tool to bring the Sky Island and their inhabitants closer or at least be connected with the supercontinent. It can also carry the moon dwellers down to the blue planet. Yes, you heard me right. My theory is that Uranus is capable to bring the automatas and the Sky Peons to the land, and have the power to pull the Sky Island, either pull the island back to the seas, or pull them at least closer to the supercontinent. In my opinion, Uranus is not the big hat in Marijua, neither is Luffy, as what other theorists are suggesting. My theory about the big hat in Marijua will be discussed on a separate episode. Going back to our discussion, as we all know, with the current timeline, JoyBoy's dream of the supercontinent did not materialize because of the alliance of the 20 kingdoms. I will also discuss that theory on a separate episode. So click subscribe and the notification bell for you to receive updates on the channel. Also click like if you like this video. Your feedback is highly appreciated. Use the comment box wisely. Alright, to sum it up, the ancient weapons are not weapons. Instead, they are tools to reach JoyBoy's dream. What he wanted is to build one supercontinent, housing all races across the world of One Piece. And lastly, Uranus is a weapon that could bring the Sky Dwellers closer to the supercontinent. Thanks everyone for watching. Till next episode.